Hey, welcome to or welcome back to Auntie's Cakery. I'm Tracy. This year, my second daughter, who is deaf, turned 9 years old. If you're not familiar with her story, check out my last blog. It will explain. So this year, she wanted the infamous unicorn cake. There are so many unicorn designs out there. There's this one, and that one, and this cute little one. But she wanted an emoji unicorn, much like the one that Zoe's Fancy Cakes made. But she did not want it made out of cake. She wanted it made out of Fruity Tooty Rice Crispie trees. So I'm going to be sculpting that up for her. Let's get going.
For the Rice Krispies, I have 8 cups of mini marshmallows, 1 stick of butter, and 10 cups of Fruity Rice Krispies. You can use any brand. The marshmallows I stuck into the microwave at 30-second intervals until it was nice and melty. I'll pour that sticky sweetness right onto the Rice Krispies. Stir that marshmallow right in until it is completely combined. By the way, this smells so good. I used to love Rice Krispies as a kid. I suppose I still love them. After these cool down for a moment, I will sculpt the horse head. Excuse me, the unicorn head. All sculpted, I'm going to stick it in the fridge to chill. Now when I make Rice Krispie sculptures, I like to use my hand to spread the buttercream. I feel like it gets in all those little cracks a little better. After I do what essentially I call a crumb coat, really there's no crumbs on this to keep in, but I do a first coat of buttercream and then I put it in the fridge. When it chills for about 20 minutes, then I'll come back and put a second coat of buttercream icing. And for this, I'll usually use my spatula. When I've got it mostly coated, then I use my little yellow Mylar folder. It's just a little plastic piece of folder and I use it to smooth out the buttercream. And while that's chilling in the fridge again, I'm going to airbrush my baseboard with some pink, purple, and blue. My daughter wanted it to look kind of like a galaxy. Oops! Splattered big blobs of paint there. That's where I'm going to put the unicorn. You'll have to forgive my scratchy voice. I'm just getting over a cold. Now that the cake is chilled, I'll drape the fondant over and smooth it around the contour. And with a knife, I'll cut off the excess. Then I'll take a fondant smoother and smooth out that fondant. Next, I rolled out a slab of pink fondant. This is going to be for the nose. Kind of deciding where to put it. I want it to look a little bit like the picture. Mold it on there, then cut off the excess. And now I'll do the eye. She wanted a purple eye. So we'll cut out the iris with the little cookie cutter. The pupil with a large piping tip. And the shine marks with smaller piping tips. With a little water, I'm gluing them onto place. I didn't like that small eye, so I made a bigger one. I think I like the bigger eye better. Move it into position. Stick on a nostril. Again, I didn't like that placing, so replaced it. Now I'm going to work on the ear. I'll cut out the inner ear out of pink first. Lay it onto the white fondant and then cut out around it. Then using a little water, I will pinch down the edge so it makes a nice little ear shape. And I'm going to let this dry like this overnight. Of course, I did that ear yesterday, so I'm sticking it on now with a little piping gel. I find that piping gel secures it a little better. And my daughter helped me roll out all this beautifully colored fondant, and she's also helping to roll most of the hair coils for me. And I'll place all those colorful coils strategically down its neck for the mane, putting little curly cues at the end. And here I wanted a little more light pink on both sides of the dark pink, so I moved that purple, put the light pink down, and then I'll add a little more purple. A few locks of red. and a little hair ponytail holder. Put a few more locks of hair down at the bottom and one little pink one up by its eye. With my sugar shaper tool, I'm going to add a few hairlines just to texture that a little bit. Glue those down real well. Now it's time for the horn. I also made this the day before. Now right in the middle, I'm going to roll it really small, so it goes from thin to thick from the middle to the edge. Then I'll fold it in half, twist them around each other, then give it another good twist. I'm also putting a skewer through it, just for a little more stability. And I'll let my daughter stick the horn in. I'm also teaching her that sometimes when you can't push it in yourself, just to grab a pair of scissors, grab onto that skewer, and pull it down. Now it's ready for the party!
Happy birthday to you! You gotta get close.
Hey, do you have a question specifically for me? It would be my pleasure to answer you the best I can with the knowledge I have. So down in the description box, you will find a link where you can ask me your questions and I will answer you in a video just like this. Just me and you, one-on-one. So go ahead and click that, ask me your questions. I'm really excited to help you learn more. Bye.